Otchlan.
Or Otchlan, like someone who just read from the ModDB page, or DBs, or the Chasm. It's one of those mods that's an urban legend. If you ever seen any Deus Ex iceberg, it's right there at the bottom. And the ModDB page has no reviews. Barely has anyone commenting. Most people are just complaining that there's bugs or that the game keeps crashing, and you wanna know why? Because apparently no one's ever beaten it. But what is Otchlan? Otchlan is an horror mod that basically turns Deus Ex into Penumbra. You no longer have weapons or anything, and you mostly have a flashlight, and you have to solve a lot of puzzles to get through the maps. Meanwhile, avoiding a ton of enemies and trying to avoid confrontation. And yes, I did beat it, fully. I got to the end, and this is my journey. This is not a let's play. The mod took me between 12 and 15 hours to beat, and if I knew every puzzle, you could probably beat this in less than an hour. So why is this video so long? This video is about me documenting this entire mod for the world to see. Most of the choice is right in this video, so if you ever plan on never beating the mod, you can always watch this video. And this video is also very long because everything I was thinking while playing I tried to pour into this video. From my reactions to what the mental process I had to beat the puzzle. And it wasn't really that easy. I didn't have any help, there's no walkthroughs, there's really no one else out there who seemed to have beaten this mod. And that is a shame. Because at the end of the day, this is a monolith that most people just walked by and never noticed. There is over a decade of effort here. There's a guy somewhere who took over a decade to craft this monolith. But I'm not just gonna make a 5-minute video on this. Oh no, there's no way I can just do a 5-minute video on this. I have to document the entire monolith. I have to show it to the world, even if it's for a few dozen people, or 100 people, or 1,000 people. As long as someone else has seen this, I think it was worth it for me. The time I put on this video? Yeah, it was a lot of time. It is my biggest video after all, but it's not even comparable to the amount of time the guy has spent making this mod. You wanna come with me through this giant journey of a mod? Forget Revision, forget Unhealing, forget Project 2027. Just one guy building a monolith of a mod. And finally, someone can show it to the world. I know some of you are already gonna abandon this. I know it's too long, and attention spans have been dwindling, but for those who are gonna stay and see it through the end, it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna feast your eyes on things that no one has ever seen before. And Lider, the developer of this, either is a crazy person or one underrated person. Let's begin. The mod starts with a beautiful ride to the countryside in a train. And it's the last time you're gonna see some clear blue sky. As the train rides, we get introduced to the mod. When everything goes to hell and we wake up in the train, the first thing we have to figure out is how we get out of here, and we just barely crawl, and it's very hard to move. And we fall and take a leap of fate, the first of many. In this subway, we start to notice that things are strange. Here I pull a switch and nothing really seems to happen. What's going on? And it's very dark, you don't have a light source. And all of a sudden, yeah, strange things happen all the time in this mod. So we move on. We see a shadow person looking at us. we hear footsteps. I find a crate and throw it and it explodes. Not really sure what it is. Some dead guy holding some flares. And a very dark platform. And when you fall through it, you get teleported back. And you take some damage. I find another box and throw it and it instantly explodes. And I notice that it gives them some light, so I guess I have to grab it and carry on. But touching these smoke piles makes you drop it. And it's your own light source so far. You learn that these smoke piles are supposed to be very hot, and you have a stick of dynamite, so it doesn't take too long to understand what you have to do here. I decided to go back and carry the explosive thing, and then when you turn to another level, it turns into a cardboard box. Guess it wasn't intended for you to do that. This seems to be some facility corridor thing with many doors. There's a valve here. I wonder what happens. Well, we figured that one out. I guess we just get out of the way. There's a room full of fire. We find a screwdriver. And a panel with just one digit. So I tried different digits to see if anything else happens, but it doesn't really. And all there's inside is just 3 chemicals, all with E on them. Here's a map, which is not very useful at all here. Yeah, there's a white figure there and I ignored it. Food and sodas here barely do anything, and it's not worth carrying much of them around. I press this switch and nothing really happens other than just giving some light. Yeah, more corridors. Nothing really around here. You can probably notice at this point that UI is all fucked. I think that's very intentional. Yeah, I have 2 soy foods, but soy foods are horrible because there's a chance of them taking away health from you and you don't want that. Found some kind of office. The book doesn't really say anything particular. A computer. And this thing with the padlock, you assume that you need like a weapon or something to open it up. Yeah, there's an explosion happening. I wonder what's that. Oh, and now there's enemies. Like these spiders, which are very annoying. And I found a chemical here under the table that I missed, and the code for the computer here. Seems like a theme to this game. You go back to the places that you're stuck and you keep finding new stuff. And we find a glow stick, which are very useful. The glow sticks allow you to drop a light, but you can also, after you dropped it, you can also carry it, which is very useful, so you can carry a light without carrying anything in your hands. I click on these 3 switches, and I don't really know what they do. I found another batch of chemicals on this room. And I just picked up one of the most important items and I didn't even notice. This note talks about making a very strong acid with these chemicals, and I see that I'm missing one, but then I noticed that I have something else on my inventory, and it's marked as a weapon. But you can't attack with it, and at first I'm like, what is this even about? What's the point of this? But like I said, it's one of the most important items in the game, and you can see why here. I run away from the dog through the vents, and there it is. Light. Your infinite source of light.
It's an inanimate carbon rod!
Okay, we drop here and it seems to be in some kind of lab. I check these terminals, there's nothing in them. There's something going down to a basement. There's more stuff to explore, so it's not as important. There's a Karkin in this gate here, a note that you can't read. This note talks about this being a mixing device. This bathroom doesn't really have anything on it, other than a glow stick. And we find the last chemical. So yeah, well, I tried to do a leap of faith and I just throw the chemicals into this hole. Hopefully that works, one at a time. And does it work? Yes, something happens and I get chemical X. Okay, now what do I do with it? At this point you notice that you have a new extra skill, which is running, and it can run for a very short time. It's very useful later in the game. This room doesn't have really anything in particular that you can use. You press this button and nothing really happened. And there's the flashlight, which is very useful, but they ran out and being stingy with them was my strategy, because you never know where you're gonna need a lot of light. So I'm kinda stuck here. I go back. I can't go back through the way I came through. So I have to figure out a way to get out of here. There's no way I can climb up this fence. Maybe the telephone? Maybe this ball. Maybe if I throw this ball at the Karkin. Nope. Do I know the code? Not really. This wall seems to move and I'm pretty sure it moves, but I don't know how to do it. So yeah, there's a vent there that I can almost climb. And a vent that I can almost climb is a vent that I'll eventually climb. So I put something there and I can climb it? Not really. So maybe I'll put something else on it. Does it work? Yeah, it does work. So I guess it's time to move on. All we got from here was a chemical X, and I guess we have to use it on the padlock, but this is Deus Ex after all. How the hell do you use an object on a physical object in Deus Ex? Maybe click use, maybe right click it, maybe from a certain angle. Or maybe it's not even the chemical X. Maybe if I throw it, it breaks the glass. Well, I guess that did it, but it didn't really break the bottle. And what we have inside is a key. Great. I know where the key is supposed to be. It's for this place with the spiders. But the first time I tried, I died really hard because the spiders are very annoying. So I just loaded the game and tried again. This time was more successful. Of course, in this entire area, there's a dog just chasing you around. Funny enough, from what I've read, most people got stuck in this area. And they couldn't get past from this first level, so I guess we're already making progress. The next level is the mine shafts. Spooky. That guy's in a hurry. This thing opens. Some hatch, some symbol. And I can tell you that I was a bit stupid with the symbols. The symbols mean that it's a safe room. It's a room with no enemies, supposedly, and you can save on them, even though you can save pretty much anywhere. But here's a part I should tell you about. If you're ever gonna try this mod, you better save a lot. Because you get save files corrupted all the time. I had to save manually around 200 times, because the save files keep getting corrupted, and the way they are corrupted is that it's not really the save files that's corrupted, it's that your game gets corrupted. And you never know that the game is corrupted. You just advance to the level and you keep saving, and you never notice that something is wrong, except when you load the next level or something. It's bricked, and the game instantly crashed to desktop. And every single time that you saved after the game got corrupted, the save is worthless. You cannot really load it anymore, so you have to go back several minutes. But going back several minutes is not really that much of a deal, because most of the mod's time is wasted figuring out. And if you know where to do anything, you can get pretty much beat this mod in like less than an hour. But it took me like 10 to 30 hours to beat the entire mod. But I can hear you say, 13 hours doesn't seem that bad. And the mod is famous because no one has beaten it yet. And yeah, I can understand why someone would not be able to beat this mod. And you'll see why later in the mod. So anyway, we find this platform here. And there's some kind of elevator here. Yeah, I don't know if the mod creator was just showing off his skill into making little elevators by pressing buttons, but I guess it's a really cute elevator. It's so small. Doesn't really seem to serve any purpose here. So yeah, we walked through this tunnel. Someone else is really in a hurry again. We found some barrels we can't pick. A chest that we can't really open yet. Some ladder to some platform that has adrenaline. And adrenaline works by giving you more energy. If you want to run a great distance, you just use adrenaline and your energy recovers a lot faster. Here we find a stick of dynamite that's abandoned. Does it have any purpose? We'll never know. And this platform just loops back to the beginning. So I guess we'll take this route here. It's very dark. We hear some sounds. Okay. I'm seeing aliens for some reason. Was that an alien? It's very interesting. Oh, another one of those symbols. 3 valves. Do they do anything? I don't know. But I can tell you, if there's something to be pressed on this mod, just press everything. You'll never know. There's so many hidden triggers that change things around that it's crazy. And you can miss a lot of things as well. It may look like I'm acing everything, but it took so long to just explore everything and just getting back to the same places over and over again until I found something else that I missed. Going back to the elevator, there's a new corpse there, and grabbing the thing from the corpse spawns this monstrosity. It keeps chasing us around. It's not very threatening, so now we have keys, and instantly reminding me of the chest that I saw before, so I go there. I open the chest, and... Okay. Okay. Thanks, bye. And there's a photo there, and the photo is... Troll face. Okay. Very cryptic. Is the developer trolling me now? This entire mod actually feels like that. That the developer is just trolling you. Like, what a retard trying to play this shit. For the first time I go to the other side of this bridge, and there's like some contraption here that I don't really know what the hell it's supposed to be. It says that the gas system is broken and I shouldn't really touch it, so okay. I noticed that some of the arrows puff out smoke and others don't. So I just memorized the ones that don't puff out smoke. Maybe it's gonna be useful for a later time, because right now you can't do anything with it. So it's time to go into that hole. There's a dead body. And you can't do anything with it. Light switch. There's a rat somewhere here. And an annoying rat that does so much fucking damage. I load again and try to deal with the rat in a more fashionable way. Because there's another light source there. We killed the rat. And there we go. I try to go to this vent and I can't. Seems like I'm shorter than the vent. Or something is blocking me. So I'm kind of stuck on this room. And it keeps saying that there's a voice somewhere. But I don't really understand what it's trying to say. A voice somewhere. Until I just look around and I notice that there's a radio here. And the radio comes with the button. So I press the button until this guy just blows up. And I'm like, okay, so that's what he wanted me to do. Somehow now I can get through the vent, but you just wanted me to see the guy blow up. And I keep looking around and it's like, am I missing something? And I'm missing something. There's a damn key here that I'm supposed to get. And it's so easy for a new player to miss these keys because, yeah, the keys are smoking, but you never know that you're supposed to look for that. Like, there's no manual or anything. The keys are smoking, okay. Like it's the first time playing the game. So like you come with a manual for the game. So after this point we can tell, yeah, smoking objects on the floor means that there's a key there. But even that sometimes it's very hard to see. Sometimes you just have to stumble upon everything. We go through the vents, we see this rotating blade, and is that gonna kill us? Well, of course. So next time we just haste it. I try to right click these squares here and nothing goes into my inventory. What the hell? Until I notice it. Oh, of course, I have it in my hand. Okay, if I can grab this, it's probably for something. And I can instantly tell what it wants me to do. It wants me to build a platform here so I can jump higher. Great. Move these barrels out of place. And doors that you can't open. And a door that's locked. Use the key, it opens. Okay. Well, if you're confused, imagine how confused I was. What the hell is happening here? I don't want to deal with spiders at all because they take huge chunks of your health. So I just load the thing and try to ace it the first time. Yeah, it wasn't me loading. It's the game just cycling the same thing. Are you confused? Well, you should be. These things are back in place, so that tells me that this map is not the map I was in before. And we can tell why. We're supposed to navigate this huge mess of a maze. But mazes have a flaw, and if you know what you're doing in a maze, you'll never get lost, really. Did you notice a change? Me neither. But I figured I'd take out teleport because the layout changed. So I guess we have to get out of here, just get on the top of the blade and then jump into the platform. And seems we are back in action. Okay, so we get teleported again. I guess now we can open this lock and there's batteries here, I'm assuming, and weird things that look like batteries. So there's 2 batteries and I'm like, maybe I'm gonna need 2 of them. So I just carry 1 to the top. I tried to put 1 in the cart, doesn't really do anything. I tried bringing 1 to the dark room and there's no point in it. Then I reminded of that machine thing that had the gas, maybe I need it for there. So I just carry up the ladder and the ladder just takes the item away and that's great. So at here I'm like, what if I really need to get up there? Maybe that's the reason that the guy did the entire elevator thing, just so he could avoid that problem with the ladder. So let's try that. Let's put the little battery on the little elevator, go up the ladder, press the button, and it fucking works. So I guess let's go. Moment of truth. Does it work? I guess it does. So let's see. I input the combination that I know that works. Now the levers start going down by themselves. And if I make a wrong move, I'm gonna get poisoned here. So I figure out if you crouch here and you turn on the levers, nothing really happens to you. And something starts working apparently. Which I am assuming it's for the cart, so let's try. And off we go. And with the light at the end of the tunnel, you get swarmed by rats as we make our escape. And we have a cutscene. Okay. I guess more rats. I try to step on them, and knowing that it doesn't really work, and you take a lot of damage, I just run. I take shelter here to see if the rats are not following me, and I hear an airplane. Well, at least the mod is ambitious. And now we start seeing one of the main problems of this mod. Some maps have such a huge scale to them. It takes so long to walk anywhere on this map. And there's more like this. Huge maps that you just have to walk across to see anything. And the problem is that Deus Ex is not really made for huge maps like this. Especially if you're looking for clues and what to do next. Because the clue might be on the opposite side of the map, you just have to walk there. But you don't know where anything is, so really you just have to explore for hours and hours. I spent so much time on this one. It's so big.
That's what you say. That's what she said. One more time, I'm gonna pop you.
Anyway, I find a keypad on this building, and I don't know the combination, obviously. In this area, I found a weird light that disappears when I get close to it. I'm not sure what this is about. I found some supplies behind this building, and on the wall there's some kind of symbol. Taking a good look at it, it seems to form the number 8, and there's 6 moons below it, and the 3rd moon is red. Okay. I see one of the main new enemies, which is a slow zombie, and they're not much to fret about. The worst enemies on this mod are the red zombies. They're so fast and do so much damage. And as we can see here, this takes forever. And that fence does shock damage, so we can't really touch it. So that area is off limits for now. More zombies, more place to walk. This guy seems to have been killed by a giant container. Nothing really here. I think he looks like Chad Demir. We see another white ghost. And white ghosts seem to be like some kind of guide. Usually you find a way forward by following them. And in here I found a key next to this guy's body. And just because I was staring around, this slow zombie caught up to me and took a chunk out of me. So more walking. This giant warehouse doesn't really have anything. Except for a giant light that takes 4 space on the inventory and runs out in less than a minute. So it's very useless. This grass here has a weird glitch to it. I don't know if it's intentional or not. And distracted again, I get attacked by a red zombie. Glad I came back. And I noticed there's a 9 here. And 6 moons with the second moon being red. So I decided to go into this main building to see what's inside of it. Locked door, I open it up. And corridors. And this building is full of empty rooms. I would say that there's like at least 15 rooms on this building, and only few of them are worth looking at. In this room there's a guy with an hazmat suit, and I see that he kind of resembles the Grizzle model, and I assume it's an enemy, so I take caution with him. And yeah, there's some supplies here. Nothing much to fret about. There's an elevator that takes you down here, and you activate a switch, and I don't really know what it does. So I go up and I see another symbol. This time it's another 8, but the blood moon is on the 4th position. And at this point I figure out what this is supposed to be. I assume that each moon is a part of the code, and we found a 6-digit code before, so far we have space 988 space. So I guess we need to find more of these. I found another key here on this table. I go to the safe house and I notice there's a computer. I don't have the login yet. So I just leave and I look for something that gives me the login password. More exploring. I found rotten apples in this place, and from what I know, the rotten apples do absolutely nothing. They have a visual indicator when you activate them and they just explode, but they don't really disappear from your inventory. I don't really know what's the point of them. At this point I have a feeling that I'm kind of missing something. Either the game was supposed to have more mechanics, or my game just doesn't have those mechanics. I don't really know what's up with that. So I found the login and password on this paper here. Time to go to that computer, I guess. In this room I found another flare gun. And I say another because I found one in the caves, but it doesn't really matter. It's very useless. All it does is just shoot some fire that does very minimal damage, and the purpose of it is just to illuminate a very large area. It's not that useful. So back to the computer. Login, password, call for help. That does absolutely nothing. Since I don't find much else on this building, I go out. And I find another one of those symbols that I missed before. It's an 8 with the 5th moon being a blood moon. At this point I have 5 numbers. 9988 9 something. All I have to do is just guess the something and we're done. And does the door open? Not really. I get a message that, how did you know? I figure it out. And our prize seems to be 2 bottles of liquor that don't really seem to do anything. I found this odd looking gate and I make a line for it. Maybe I can open this, and yeah, I guess I can. And I guess I also can get attacked by a red zombie. Can I open this gate? Yeah, I have the key. All I just have to do now is load. Key in hand, I open it up. Zombie follows me in, and I don't want that. I don't want a zombie in here, so time to make some shenanigans here. And I trap him outside. There seems to be 3 trucks here, and I can't climb it yet. This door says it's locked and there's no interaction with it. I find a crate and time to see what's inside of those trucks. First truck, nothing. Second truck, a box, okay. I throw my glow stick out so it illuminates the area. Unlike Deus Ex, you don't have a proper light function. I throw the box into the ceiling to break it, and there's just a medipack, which are very useful. And the third truck has absolutely nothing. So, knowing that I can grab some of these crates, it's time to pile them up and see if I can reach the roof. Yeah, I can reach the roof and there seems to be a hole in it. We go through the vents. And I easily find a key. Find this hatch thing that I can't open, and I don't think it can be opened at all. And the key does absolutely nothing but open the door to outside. And in this building there's a closed door that makes some sounds when you get close by. I found another building with a bunch of crates. Doesn't seem to really have anything other than dead bodies and crates. Outside we seem to see some guy hanging and he just catch on fire. Spooky. And yeah, can we get up the crane? Not really. Another one of those symbols. Too late. A gate we can't open. And running out of options here, I just spend all my time trying to stack crates on top of crates on top of crates. Who knows? I don't have any other clues, so I might as well just try to explore it. It's not like out of the realm of possibility that this mod just put things very out of place for you to find. And I just spend so much time going back and forth on this place, stacking crates, going back to the building, going back to this place. Obviously I'm missing something. And it's not a very fun experience when the map is this huge. It takes so long to walk anywhere. And you wanna know what I missed? Nothing really. It's that when you come back here for the second time, the door is now open and there's some exploded gibbs here, and there we go, there's a key. You're just supposed to know that the second time you come here, after you do something that you're not really sure about, something just opens this door. So yeah, we use the key to open this door, and now we need something else. We need a damn ID. And after I explore so much, what the hell is an ID? Well, time to just make laps on this map again and again. I even go back to that building and trying to see the computer. Now that's grayed out. And there's an ID on the table. Huh. Great. And if you see the footage from before, there's no ID on the table. But there's an ID on the table after you call for help. But since there was nothing there before, how the hell are you supposed to know that? So finally we have an ID, open the door, and we are into some kind of weird facility. There's a lot of instructions here about operating a crane, and I'm like, oh my god, don't make the janky Deus Ex make me operate a crane. There's nothing else. I tried to click on the screen, doesn't seem to really do anything. There's an elevator with a skull inside. Decided to grab the skull, see if anything happens. Not really. I press one of the buttons. The elevator seems to be buckling, so I guess it's time to get out of here. And just in time, the thing closes and everything just breaks. Great. So yeah, more just going around these rooms trying to see if I missed something. And I guess I did miss something. The computer is clickable. Or it's clickable now, maybe it wasn't before. We'll never know with all these hidden triggers. So doing that plays a cutscene, and we see a box being loaded into a conveyor belt, and that means that we have opened a way, and we just have to follow the conveyor belt. When we reach the boxes, we seem to have put a little weight and we fall down, which is kinda bad because it took a chunk of our health. There's nothing else here outside this vent, so with minimal light, we just crawl through the entire thing, and it takes quite a while, and we finally get out to the other part of the facility. First thing I noticed is this hole next to it. And going there, there's a bunch of valves and some supplies. Of course I turn all the valves and I don't think they do anything. And I find this hole, I can't jump inside of it. I find a forklift with some buttons. Can I press this handbrake? Not really. Can I press any of these buttons? They don't seem to do anything except for one, which lifts this crate. Lifting this crate does two things. It makes it easier to go to the upper part of this area, and it allows us to go back to the first area. Since I go back to the first area, I take the chance to grab this crate that we left behind, by sacrificing more of my health, of course, because I'm gonna need it to try to climb into that hole that I found. I found a safe room. There's nothing here really, just a bunch of blood all over the walls. Funny enough, this area corrupted my save file, so yeah. I would say that half of my save files got corrupted, which is not a very good experience. So, crate in hand, can we climb this? Guess we can. And what do we find? Something that looks like a weapon mod that says race. Races. I guess we're gonna race. I don't really understand. Nothing really goes into your inventory, so it's very confusing. What's the purpose of this? For all I know, it doesn't really do anything. So I go to the upper part I mentioned before. This part says, strange, this is the only camera here still working. And I'm like, after all these things that have happened, is it really strange that there's a camera here working? I mean, there's still electricity. Yeah, here we can see the box that we have raised. And even though it has been raised, it doesn't give us enough space to jump, so we need an extra crate here. I decided to go back up and go to the right side instead and see what happens. See if I can open this gate here. And it plays a cutscene. I guess we're dreaming now? Huh. The platforms raise. We go through the door. Huh. Hello there. Guess we are in the back rooms now. Guess we are in hell now. Some corridors. Can I go this way? Nope. Guess I'm in prison. Guess I'll go that way.
You go that way. I'll go home.
Damn, this really looks like the back rooms. Huh. Ring around Rosie. And I like the effect of the corridor just disappearing behind us. It's very neat.
Yo, watch the gonads.
These chairs really don't know about personal space. POV, you go to in as a tourist. And of course my flashlight just starts failing exactly here. Good, we're all here. Okay, this room is full of invisible walls. I wonder what it wants me to do. Is there anything here? Oh, of course there's a button. I guess that did something. And we're spinning out of control. And I guess we're back. And there's a mysterious shadow behind the wall. Is he looking out for us? Does he want us dead? He seemed to have helped us this time. I found another room that I haven't been before. There's a zombie here, of course. And in this room there's some kind of forum, which I don't really know what it does. So I put a crate here and see if I can leverage that jump now. And I find a door on the right, so let's see. Okay, another part of the facility. A lot of whispers here. Everything goes dark. Great. 3 ways. Left, right, or this door that's half open. I'll go left. I found this safe area. There's not much here, some supplies. Some book about some guy being stuck here. And there's 4 valves. And I've tried the 16 possible combinations and nothing happens. I'm glad our hero knows that that sign was from a mechanic. Can't interact with that. The door closes. Can I interact with the switch? I guess. And now there's light. Great. A 5-digit code here. Great. If only I had a code. Okay, how do I get out of here now? Nothing important in these drawers here. Seems to be a little stuck here. There's a button here. And it does absolutely fucking nothing. There's a vent there. Can I click that? Guess we found our way out. Just have to stack some stuff to get there. And even after stacking some stuff, it's kind of hard to get there. And the reason why is because you can actually click this piece of wood. And now it's a platform there. Great. Let's go. Nothing on this side. Guess we are out now. And we enter the metal crate factory, where this factory only makes metal crates, nothing else. And this is not a really good sign. Why are there so many metal crates here? It's actually a puzzle. No, I didn't play that one in reverse. Nice weird patch on the wall here. That's a lot of metal crates. And you can't even interact with them. They don't really have that highlight from Deus Ex. You can't really pick them up. There's 6 buttons here. Do any of them do anything? Of course not. There's a little room here. This room is a mess. Let's see if we can find anything here. Piece of paper. 88769. 5-digit code. Question is, can I get back there? Hopefully that door opens. Get the reminder of the troll face for a little while. I hope that troll face burns into your brain, because we're gonna need it. There's a piece of paper here that details that there's a lot of crates with different weights, which tells me that maybe there's some of them that I can pick up, maybe. And spoiler alert, yes, there's 4 crates that you can pick up of all of them, and you don't know which ones you can. You just have to manually right click every single one of them, and one of them is an aftud. It's basically a paper crate that if you touch it, it just crumbles, it just moves around, and if there's things stacked on top of it, all the things starts falling apart. And if you stack it on top, then you can't really get on top of it, so it's basically a mess. That's what it is. It also talks that there's 3 propane cylinders, and that one of them is a ticking time bomb. It seems as if it was enough to hit harder, and they will fly like a rocket. Okay, I didn't really see any cylinders, but I guess. Damn, this place is falling apart. I need some whiskey. Oh, there's a cylinder. Great, I guess the lore is real. Can I make it explode by using the rotten apples? Not really. What's the point of these things? Oh, there's 2 more cylinders here. Great. I guess there's actually 3 cylinders there. This shaft here does absolutely nothing, and we look back to the beginning. And the door is closed. Great. Great. Really great. How the hell do I get inside now? This guy is still whispering. I obviously missed something. Guess I'll go back here. Yeah, that's the vent I came through, but good luck getting up there. Now it's just me trying my theory that there's some box that you can pick up. And there's some place you can go with them, but they don't really have anything important. Like, there's a mattress here, and there's a shaft here, which seems very important, but after spending so much time trying to stack things up there, the light at the end of the tunnel is just some fucking can of sardines. Great. So after getting a little frustrated with just not finding anything, I decided to try the theory that maybe hitting the cylinders with an heavy object actually does something. Maybe this one? Well, look at that. It actually worked. And that patch on the wall was just a bunch of wires. What does that mean? Oh. Does that open the door? Guess it does. And going here triggers this facility to get full of zombies. Great, just what we need. Not only we need a cryptic facility, but we need a bunch of zombies just messing with us. Seems like we can hide here, but there's no purpose, because the zombies don't really go away. Running out of options, I'll try another theory. Can I stack these boxes here? Does that even reach to the vent now? And while I was stacking the boxes, I just found more red zombies, and they're beating the crap out of each other. That's very creepy. This zombie in particular just never leaves you alone, so I just made some shenanigans here, and I closed the door on it, and it's like, yeah. Okay, I have enough items to stack up. Let's see. Yeah, but the chairs don't really allow you to stack up anything, even though previously we saw a chair that will allow you to just get on top of it.
Alright, Rob, you want to play something else? How about Life Force?
Negative.
Well, then what do you want to play?
Stack up.
Stack Up.
Is that enough? Well, yes it is. It's kind of weird that I have to do this. I wonder if the code is even for here. So let's try that one. 88769. Great. Let's go. Alright. I guess you need to stack those crates here. So does that open? Hello? Well, I guess it does. Okay. And our prize is a key. So yeah, I am thinking, yeah, I got it. Got the key. I just have to find where I have to use it. I go back, and maybe I have to use it on a safe house. Nope. Maybe this part of the corridor that I didn't really go through. Is there anything on this wall? Nope. Oh, maybe it's here? Nope. This wants me to find an ID card. So I found a key that I don't know where it's for, and I need an ID card. So I go back to the crate facility, and I noticed that there's a crate here that requires a key. So yeah, easy to miss that one. Time to use the ID. And okay, do I throw it? I need something? I need to type something. When do I eat the ID? Okay. It's just bugged. Can I open that? I'm assuming it's a door. There's no elevator here. What's down here? There's a metal piece. Can I use that to climb down? I guess we can. Let's go. And we finally find the door. Is this the exit? Yes, it is. Can I open this? Nope. Well, I have to say I love these moments on this mod. It's one of the highlights of this mod. We are in the sewer, so let's try to get out of here. And we are in the hedge maze. And I don't have a problem with mazes, but this one is just so massive. Look at how long it takes to do anything here. At least we found some apples. And I don't think I mentioned it before, but apples give you like 3% more energy, so finding them is always good, because you have more total energy at the end of the day. So there's a massive house. Find a pipe, and you can't really do anything here. I found a safe house, which seems to be the greenhouse. And is there anything here? Nope. Can I go through the front door? Nope. At the basement, can we open that? Some paintings. Find another one of those lights, which is useless. And another valve. Does that do anything? Guess it does. And we gain another ability. We can become invisible for a few seconds. Guess I'm glad I got the new ability. So what do we do now? Turn on the water. There's the white figure there. Can I interact with the pipes now? Nope. Can I open this? I guess I can. Could I open this before? I don't know. Guess we are back to the sewers. Guess we take a dive to get to that ladder. We're in some kind of mausoleum now. It's very creepy. There's a lot of blood, seems to be very old. A lot of dead people here. And I get attacked by the hunter from Left 4 Dead. I know Valve was doing crossovers now. So my strategy here to avoid these very fast guys, just jump, 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 and jump. Great.
Poor predictable Bart. Always
Using jump to cheese.
good old
Jump.
nothing beats that.
There's two doors, the one on the right does nothing. Behind these windows there's a 4-digit code. That's the easiest puzzle I've seen on this mod. And there's a keypad. I wonder what's the code. There we go. Bloody footsteps coming from the wall and going into the door. Yeah, get wrecked. Yeah, how do I get out of here? Can't interact with the door. I'm stuck here. Can't go back. Maybe if I follow the footsteps. Yeah, this door is very stuck. Maybe I can click this wall. I can click it. Great. And that's a secret passage into the house. Very spooky lightning here. None of these doors really open, so we go upstairs.
Oh yeah!
And Kool-Aid Man comes out of the wall, and he just dies. This door is locked, and we find another safe house. And there's nothing really here. There's a book with the cryptic text, and I'm not gonna translate that. It could be in Polish, and I'm not gonna even try. I mean, I tried, but I'm not gonna try any further. So it's time to see what the Kool-Aid Man was doing here. We go up the ladder. And I really enjoy this part. I don't know, man, the music walks, just the small footsteps, which seems to be just an invisible enemy just walking around, that's perfect. You don't really need anything else on horror games. I feel like this mod actually did the horror right. There's no very loud jump scares, there's no cliches or anything. There's very slow ambient horror. There's creepy sounds, there's creepy footsteps you don't really see. It's kind of dark, there's a music box playing. Are you gonna get attacked all of a sudden? Not really. But the ambient is there. It's perfect. And if you can't do horror without jump scares, then you can't do horror. Period. So I find a key and it's time to leave. Wow. We seem to find like a church thing and some guy playing the piano. This area is very beautiful, even if it's made in Deus Ex. And some knights in armor, even though they're kind of square. Oh, the axe drops. And I tried, if it drops on your head you die. Oh shit, what the fuck is that? What is that? Is this like a boss now? I don't have any weapon. It's not doing anything. Hello? It's like a giant spider. Oh, he wants a piece of us, so I guess we run. Oh no, it's the alien things now. There's no way I can beat this. Huh, that gave me an idea. Maybe I can use the axe to drop on them? And maybe if I don't go to the right side of it, the aliens don't really spawn? I mean, there's nothing else I can really try here. And I have to tell you, I don't know if I'm missing or I'm just not supposed to do that, but damn, I tried this so many times and I failed so many times. I even tried to use items to bait the creature. Maybe it wants an apple or something. I threw some flares at it. Maybe it's attracted by light. I guess it has to be dead center on him. And it just disappears. Well, that was kinda cool, but the ending is very underwhelming. Guess it's time to get out of here. And there's so many red zombies here. There's just no way you can just walk through them.
I've got a plan, huh? Yeah, it's my final move.
Jojo, when you say final move, you're not referring to that final move, are you?
Run for your life!
Oh, man, I knew you were gonna do that!
Huh, another cutscene. Oh no, it's another massive map. This time a city and it's full of zombies as well. Mr. Chow is looking at us. He's making fun of us. Find a vial or something here? And the message says, you need to find 2 more. That guy here, can I reach it? Nope, this is so massive. Look at this crap. Oh, and there's our white buddy there. Yeah, there's a chasm here. And we throw a flare apparently. It's very deep, I could tell. And he's gone. And now we look at the left and there's a window. Thanks. This thing on the right, which the ghost is there. And of course I can't get inside yet. So let's say more city, more walking around, more trying to find anything to do here. It's very dark and full of zombies. It's great. And because it's very dark and I don't want to use my light all the time, this happens. Yeah, a giant hole in the middle of nowhere. Should have used the neon stick all the time. Yeah, I tried all these doors. Whoop, I opened the inventory just in time to notice that zombie there. I found another vial here. Guess 2 out of 3? Yes, my town also has shower heads just outside in the park. Oh, the 3rd vial. I wonder what happens now. You found all. Smiley face. 450 skill points awarded. Ambrosia. And you might be asking, skill points? Can you use that? If I was to do an honest answer, no, not really. But I read somewhere the developers say that you can use skill points later. And I never found the later part of it. I feel like there are more like Easter eggs and secrets you should find in each map, just for the heck of it. It's at this point that I've started thinking, maybe this mod is like a sunken cost thing. The guy was like just bored doing maps, and because he did them so big he didn't really want to, cut them in half or something. The scope is great, but is it really beneficial for a game like this? There's so much going on, so much to see, so much stuff. The guy spends so much time doing this. It's crazy. I found that this fence is electrified, and I see a cable coming out of it, and I'm like, maybe I can follow this cable and I can see where it goes through. And yeah, you can follow the cable. It's very interesting. It goes into this building. Computer. I don't have any passwords for it. And I accidentally noticed that you can move the window around. I didn't even know you could do that on Deus Ex. The more you know. What's the thing we want from this building? Outside finding another fucking vial. I guess we have 4 out of 3 now. Bonus for all 4 Winky Face. 5 skill points awarded. 4. You can use this panel and something happens. And if we use some deduction, we can now assume that the thing is not electrified anymore. I found this manhole. Nah, he really hates us. You might be asking, is there anything in the end of this? Yes, another flare gun, which means like 2 or 3 more flares. So I guess I was right. It's not electrified anymore. We can jump on it, and I take the left, and that was a mistake because now I'm stuck and there's an invisible wall. Great. Absolutely great. So instead of that, we go to the right. We find the entrance to the school. Elementary school. And now there's zombies children. And they're so annoying. Be glad that I've lost some of the footage of this level, because these children, they scream so loudly when they see a bottle that you can drink, but somehow the bottle stays in your inventory and says you can fill it, but I never found a way to fill it, so yeah, great. It's one of those that you keep forever because you never know if you're gonna need it. I found the kitchen. The oven seems to be smoking, or maybe it's a gas leak. Very bloody bridge. I wonder what's inside. Oh no, not meats in my Nutella. Who puts ads next to their Nutella? Jesus. Oh, hello. I guess we didn't find anything here, so... room with a television. After exploring a bit, I found some buttons, and of course, it's time to press all of them. And now we start spinning, and we're looking at the kitchen. I mean, I would figure out to look back again if I'm stuck. I mean, that's what I've been doing to every single map, but this one time, no. This one time you need to know that there's something in the kitchen.
And the big surprise is the fucking bass is fucking raw! What the fuck is going on?
Now the oven is sparking, so I'm assuming, yeah, it has to be a gas leak. So I press the button and I burn myself to death. That's always good. Weirdly enough, when you press the button it says objective complete, so I guess the objective is to make the fire. That doesn't really make any sense. So I try really hard to position the guy in front of the fire to see if I can kill him. And I'm in that position again of, am I doing it wrong or you just can't really burn him? And I try and try again, of course. And this time we burn him up. And the oven just spits out the key, not the guy. That's so bizarre. And now we have a key, I guess, and it's time to go up. I guess we have the portraits of your favorite Deus Ex characters. Ah yes, generic male 01, my favorite. There's a ton of empty classrooms on this building. This room is full of computers. There's like a hole on the ground with a passager, and after a lot of crawling, we land in a room below. Great. This corridor is full of zombie children and it's so annoying. They're so fast and they scream so loudly. But there's not really anything of valuable here, other than an attic, but that's not really valuable, is it? I go back upstairs because I know I missed a corridor, so...
$757. Is it behind door number 1?
A wall. Great.
Or door number 2?
A red zombie with a sword. Great. And yeah, that's kinda cute. The sword actually sticks out of the door.
Or door number 3?
It's closed. Number 4. An empty classroom. Great. And door number 5, there's nothing. And all we find here is just a lantern, so Great. Okay, so I'll go back down. There's just a giant gym where this kid just spawns in the middle, and I don't know if I have to do something with it. And man, I've been stuck in this place for like an hour, trying to figure out what I did wrong. I missed this door that was locked. For some reason I assumed it's locked and I can never really open it again. No, I can just use the key and get inside of it. Yay for my stupidity. So I find that window, and I guess we didn't really have to find the window from the outside. We had to find the window from the inside. We have a cutscene of our guy fumbling through the rope, even though when we get out of here we can just run through it like nothing is happening. And as you can see, another giant ass level. So I'm gonna cut this one short. It's a massive level full of zombies. Nothing else really to see. It's really big, it's full of zombies. There's this area that has an event on it. The mod really looks like the back room sometimes. So yeah, let me give you the TLDR of this map. There's a lot of zombies, and you can drag them to the middle here, where this happens. And at first I was like, what the hell is going on here? Am I being shot? And it's no, there's some guy just shooting the zombies. And it's the first time we see some resistance against them. I'll take that. And apparently we have to find a specific zombie and ticket here. I don't know what really happens if you do that. I found this garage thing with two cars smashing against each other. And there's a vent there, and you've seen some objects, and you start thinking, that's the obvious one, and you want to know what's on the vent. You spend 5 minutes stacking all this shit, you finally get up of the vent, and surprise, surprise, absolutely nothing inside of it. Amazing. So, to advance, you can just go up this little slope here that's kinda easy to miss, and there's a hole here that allows you to get inside of the apartment. There's a safe house with some more valves that don't really do anything, I think. Great. Mr. Electricity Man is looking at us. Guess we go through this door. And... we're back to the safe house? I'm assuming that's not supposed to happen. Guess I'll go back up. And yeah, that's not supposed to happen. What the hell? Was that like a game trigger? This phone is ringing all the time, but can you pick it up? Of course not. Why would you? So there's nothing really else here in this room, except this weird ass cabinet here, which seems to have a door behind it. Can we push it? Yeah, we can. That's great. And with this wall all broken up, we can see that we can walk through this. And we basically unlock the top half of this level. And if you go back to the guy with the sniper, there's like a little cutscene of someone being murdered by zombies, and then he just blows himself up. I'm assuming that's supposed to be the sniper guy because he's gone now. Like, what happened to your sniper mate? So the objective of this upper part is to get into this cable and go to the third part of the city. And here we find like a way down into a metro. Guess it's a new level. Let's go. It's very dark. There's a guy here in this shop. Hello there. Do you have some soy food? I'll take that as a no, thank you. Very dark here, so... There's something in this room. Computer. No password. Piece of paper. That wasn't very hard, was it? Password, power on, of course. And yes, the power is back up. Great. This place must stink. We go down this escalator, we get on the metro. There's a lot of dead bodies. I ran out of options here, and like, maybe I have to turn back off the power. Until I noticed that this thing is now open. Fantastic. Another one of those events that there's just random hidden triggers that you just have to walk through. Our vision is blurry. I'm assuming we got hit in the head. Damn, that's fucking great. I love that. We're hallucinating. And these are the best parts of them all. Parts where we're just hallucinating. These are fucking great. I wish there was more of these instead of cryptic puzzles all over the place. There's a hole here. Damn, that's fucking weird ass. Whoa. Can we go back? That is so weird. That's so great as well. Damn, this is so trippy. I guess we have to jump. No, he didn't go blind for a second. It's another maze. Yeah, this one seems to take forever. That's not really fun. And I find another white wall. And I'm like, did I just go back to the beginning? And I just don't really know if we went back to the beginning. I'm assuming you just have to walk somewhere that there's a trigger and just come back. And I did it. A safe house here? That's very weird. Damn. People talk about that LSD game, but damn. Look at this shit. I guess it's time for us to walk the white void. And walk we do. We enter the dark void for a very long time. Just have to walk this. And reminded that this is 4 times the speed that I'm fast forwarding. It takes so long. And eventually everything becomes dark. The FOV changes again and we are spit back into a room. This seems kind of familiar. Because it is familiar. It's that room in the first level. With the computer and everything. And there's a hole here. Maybe if we put some of the drawers open and we use the speed enhancement, we can jump into that trash can. And I guess we can. So it's time to get out of here. I fixed the FOV because why wouldn't you? And there seems to be a wall here. But hello. We're back to the beginning. Maybe I missed something? Guess I'll do it again. And again and again I tried. I tried several times and it's all the same thing. I even tried to just go through like close to it and then just go back to see if something changed. Not really. And I tried and tried several things and nothing really changed. You always get teleported there. Until I decided maybe I have to open some of them and not the others. And apparently that did it. I'm not sure what the hell is going on here. We landed in this pool and I guess we have to swim down. I guess we do. There's some train tracks with walls on both ends. I see if there's something at the end of this corridor. Oh shit, there's a hole here. That means we have to crawl. And it's just in fucking time. Okay. Damn, that's crazy. That's fucking trippy. The mod is just so fucking good on these parts. Guess you can't open this door, and there's not even a door at all there. There's a zombie in this cabinet.
You can shut up now.
So it's time to get into the hole again, but no, it's very easy to get into. Like a sewer upside down. Easy platforming, so bizarre. And of course, red zombies all over the place, so time to make a run for it. And for our last meal on this puzzle, we are walking slower than this wall is approaching us. The only way I found to walk faster than it is just walking diagonal. And I know that because it's Deus Ex, and if you know anything about the movement in Deus Ex, it's very janky if you walk diagonally. And because things were becoming too easy, of course he has to spawn a red zombie here while we are just dancing around. So finally I get to the end of it and... so we really got hit in the head. There's a fan here And to prove you how smooth brain I am, I press all these 4 buttons and I completely missed the 5th button that's obviously there. Ain't I fucking smart? And because I missed that obvious button that probably does something, I don't know. So thinking here that I'm gonna die if I touch this blades, very likely. I'll just use the sprint here while crouching and that seems to work, but I'm pretty sure that button is very important. And we seem to be in some kind of metro.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
This part is full of water and it's not really fun at all. You swim very slowly in this mode, just to find the fucking medkit at the end of it. And the white ghost going the other direction, so I'm assuming that we shouldn't really go this direction. I mean, why is he even here in the first place? So I'm out of this water pit finally. Hello? You guys just swinging around? Don't mind me, boys. And there's the white ghost again on the left track. He's running away. And we get hit by the train, but that doesn't really kill us. But I'm assuming I'm supposed to be dead at this point, but I guess I survived. And I start to see a trend here. The white ghost is not really helping us much anymore. Great, more enemies. Okay, we move on. There's a lot of abandoned trains here. And I'm glad I jumped into all of them, because I saw a key here. Okay, someone spilled their ketchup here. Locked door, can't even interact. Dark room. Let's turn on the damn light, I want to see it. There's a lot of blood. Huh. Is the girl from the ring coming out of the TV now? There's a manhole here with a safe house. Anyone know what's on the safe house? There's a crash in the safe house. So after going to that room, this door on the right opens, and it's time to move on. Turn on the light, please. Thank you. Did that raise some hairs on your back? More corridors, and more corridors. And we get into a facility. Of course, we're not alone. There's already one of those alien things here. And the guy's just waiting there for us. Great. That's exactly what I wanted.
Hi, everybody!
Hi, Dr. Nick!
Maybe you can go up this corridor. No, there's nothing here. And what's on the door number 1? And if you guess several walking heads and a guy walk on his torso, you are correct. Great, 8 buttons. That means it's 8 buttons we have to press and maybe something happens. What's behind the door number 2? Oh, it's the same room with the walking heads. There's an apple here and a million keys on the floor, which I don't even know if any of them actually do anything. And a rebreather. There's a button here. What does that do? Of course it crushes my head. And now my game is corrupted. Not just the save files. It doesn't crash me to desktop. The entire thing is corrupted and it jumps me into this weird ass level. Everything looks weird there. So I quit the game and I load a very old save and I have to redo all this shit again. On the save room I find another rebreather. So obviously we're gonna need this, so time to stack them. There's a camera here and 2 doors that you can't really open. One of them requires a key. Do I have a key? No. Of course not. Why would one of those million keys be the key I need? Maybe I can throw the chemical X into the door? No, it doesn't work. This door is all crooked. I don't know about it. Can I get into this door here? Oh, I guess I can. And despite of our character complaining, it doesn't really do any damage. Red zombie in his toilet.
Disgusting!
Can you go through this van? I guess we can. And there's our key there. Great. And surely there has to be something else here near. There's some soy food on the ceiling. Of course there would be soy food on the ceiling. There's a weird noise coming out of there. And I can see something under it. Is that wires or something? And that would be so easy to miss. 3 wires. Blue, red and green. What to do here? So my strat, and I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. I just got all the blue wires because there's more of them. No, I guess we have the key now. Damn, that's so trippy. Holy shit, man. What the hell? That's not how TVs work. There's a creepy guy coming out of the corridor. Just standing there menacingly. Oh shit, he's coming my way. That's not good. There he is. Oh shit, he's coming into this room. Please don't notice the obviously crouching guy in the corner. And I guess he's stupid and he doesn't notice. He's literally me. Even the glass on the floor does noise and it doesn't seem to alert him. Oh, I guess he came from that crooked gate. What's in here? A rebreather and another valve. Does this one do anything? The water level seems to be rising on this gauge here. I go back to that room full of heads and they're all gone. And I can press this panel here and all these doors open now. And on the other side there's 4 red zombies. And my strategy was just run through all of them. And we land in water. And I guess that's where the rebreathers are for. So the TLDR of this room is, it's very slow because you're swimming. There's valves that I don't know if they do anything. And you can get back into a vent that has a hole in it. And that hole makes you fall in the water. And if you try to get back into the hole, you get sucked up by the fans that are on top of it. And you basically get stuck. So I guess if I have to go through this corridor thing, which I'm assuming I have to figure out a way to get across. I can't really carry anything underwater. Except there's some barrels here. Maybe, and that's a big maybe, I can make a bridge with them because they float. Well, they seem to fit there. Can I cross it? I guess I can. Fantastic. Hello there, it's your commander speaking. You just arrived into Purgatory. If you look to your left, you'll see the most cryptic puzzle on this entire mod. Do you wanna know about it? Sure, let's go. If you think the mod has been very cryptic up to this point, you're about to get a real wake-up call. So, what's so hard about this puzzle, huh? Well, we seem to be in some kind of facility. There's green pools of goo in 8 tanks. Great, if you walk around here, there's 8 computers. And each one of them tells you the concentration of the pools. For example, one might say 30%. Another one might just say 22% with a plus sign. And what's the puzzle really? What do we have to do? Well, apparently we have to find a 6-digit code. At least that's what this numpad says, right? It's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. A 6-digit code and we have 8 tanks of green goo. So let's dust out our thinking cap and try to figure out this one. These pools of goo are actually acid. And if you get inside of them, you die. In the process of elimination, I throw myself into every single one of these batches just to see if there's anything inside of them. And no, there isn't, and all of them kill you. So we can rule that one out. Throwing stuff into the patch does absolutely nothing. Even if you throw your entire inventory, nothing really happens. If you throw barrels inside of the pools, nothing really happens. So we have ruled out that interacting with them is out of the question. So since this is getting a bit complicated, let's also call Professor Layton here. Are you ready for this? Let's go. Let's start gathering clues. This first computer says 30% completed. Great. This other computer says 41% completed. Another computer says 68% completed. The next one says negative concentration. Completed 6% with a minus sign. This one says 74% with a plus sign. Coming up, this computer says 12% completed, this one says 71% completed, and finally this last one, completed 22% plus sign. As you have noticed, there's also digits on the tanks, so let's look at those. First number, arrow to the right, 78. Second number, arrow to the left, 16. Third number, 54 with a space. Fourth number, 347. Walking up to this container gives us the message, this is the only one completed. This tank has 91 with a space, 86 with a space, next up 72 with a space, and the last number, space with 35, and of course we cannot forget all the symbols. Yeah, we don't need them, we can solve this on our own. So the first thing you should notice here is the arrows. The arrows have to mean something, and they have to mean the direction of the code. Left arrow and right arrow. Which one should we start though? It means we start on the right side of the code, and it loops around to the left side, which is not really what you want. And if the code is doing a U on this area, then we want to start from the left. After all, that's how we read numbers, from left to right. So we should start with the right arrow, even though that's kinda counterintuitive, but let's assume the right arrow is the beginning of the sentence and the left arrow is the end of it. That might actually be hit, or it might actually not mean anything. Because on the left arrow, if you assume that's the end of the code, then the left arrow ends before the number ends, which is kind of confusing. Or maybe the guy didn't want to add another extra space to it. Let's just make the big assumption that the right arrow is the beginning of the sentence and the left arrow is the end of the sentence. So let me shuffle these things around. Since we are looking for a 6-digit number, let's just make the obvious and add the top row and the bottom row separately. So it's 258 plus the same thing for the bottom, which is 521. So our code has to be 258521, and that's incorrect. So let's try the other way around, 521258. That's also incorrect. Of course it wouldn't be that simple. There is, after all this stuff we have to look at. Also the symbols. So there's one symbol for one of these numbers, and there's 8 symbols, but there's 6 digits beneath the code. So what do they all mean? Also, we are ignoring the percentage just by adding everything. Should we just make the percentage of the total number? For example, 78 has 71%, so conclusion that none of them work. So we can probably ignore for now the percentages. Maybe we just have to look at the plus and minus sign. So 258 minus 173 for a code of 258173, and doing it in reverse, 173258. Again, none of them work. Maybe it's a simple case of multiplying each number. For example, 7 times 8 equals 56. So we're not making any progress here, and we're just wasting our time. It seems like we are missing something very key here. After all, is this all the clues? We just get thrown into a room full of numbers, some symbols, some percentages, and there we go, figure out 6 digits. No, this is not all of it. There is a note hidden in this room that you obviously would go here only after just being desperate enough to just dig every single fucking corner of this room. And it reads, the combination of code. Maybe it is a mathematical pattern. I tried to decode it, but I didn't have much time. I guess these are the sum and difference of numbers. That would explain why almost every tank are 2 digits. And at first you're like, what the hell is he talking about? The sums of numbers, 7 plus 8, 5 plus 4, 9 plus 1, 3 plus 5, 7 plus 2, 8 plus 6, 3 plus 4 plus 7, 1 plus 6. That gives us an 8-digit number. And we are looking for a... we were looking for a 6-digit number. All of a sudden I found another keypad with an 8-digit number. And not only that, this keypad also changed around, and sometimes the 6-digit keypad is the 8-digit one, and the 6-digit one just disappears. So I guess we're just looking for an 8-digit number now. This is a weird curveball to just throw us in after all this time spent trying to figure the 6-digit number. But now I guess we are looking for an 8-digit number. I mean, it makes sense, it's 8 badges, there's 8 symbols. Now we can maybe start figuring out what the hell is the 8-digit number. Let's assume that the arrows are still in the correct position now. So the sums and differences of numbers, what the hell? Would that imply that 1 plus 7 equals 8 and 5 plus 4 is 9? Maybe. So that would be 1, 9, 10, 2, 9, 14, 4, 7, 6. So I guess we have our code. 190299475. And does it work? No, it doesn't work. But maybe it's in reverse. And does it work? Of course not. So maybe the plus signs and the minus signs have something to do with it. 1 plus 7 equals 8, I guess. But the other ones don't have a plus sign, so we have to do something else on them? Maybe multiplying them? No, that doesn't work. Maybe it's the square root? No. We have a different symbol for each one of these, and that probably means that it's one different number for each one of these? No, of course not. Let's just remove the symbols. Pretend that they're a red herring and just look at this thing without them. So let's pull our hairs out here and just focus on the numbers and that this is mathematical equations. It can't be really a coincidence that the 8 and the 6 has a minus, so 8 and 6 has to be 2, right? Okay, I think I got it. So let's try 1, 9, 10, 2, 9, 2, because it has a minus sign and we're not ignoring that one. Either 3, 4, or 7, and 5. Any of those work? No. And this is me after 3 hours. Trying all the codes, trying 6-digit codes, trying 8-digit codes, trying all these combinations, back and forth, left and right and left. Maybe it's not even right and left, maybe it's not even left and right. Maybe it's just the sum of the top and the sum of the bottom. Maybe it's the subtraction of the top with the subtraction of the bottom after multiplying them. Maybe it's none of these things. Maybe we're just going insane. Can we just ignore this puzzle and move forward? Maybe we can use cheats to go to the other side of this wall. And no, you can't use cheats. All the cheats are disabled. Maybe I can just open the real editor and drop the maps in, and even if you add the packages, it either crashes the Unreal Engine or it just doesn't open at all. Maybe I can just use the patch version of the Unreal Editor. No. Maybe I can use the Unreal Editor too. No. And if you only add the number, maybe we can tell what's the problem here. Maybe all these codes have nothing to do with it, and we're so far off as we were in the beginning. So, do you want to know the code? After all this time, after all these tries, it's 1, 9, 0, 2, 9, 1, 4, and 5. Are you happy? You want to know how I got this? Did I ask the developer? No, it doesn't really reply to anyone. So I opened the map on the file editor and there's a jungle of letters because this is not really meant to be opened as a text format, and there's several megabytes of letters just scattered around. Good luck finding anything here. There has to be something here, right? So, in my infinite wisdom, I decided to do the same thing with the Liberty Island map and just search on the text file 0451. And there it was. So the code is somewhere in the file here. So I decided to make a Python script to extract all the 8-digit string numbers on these text files and put them on another text file. And after getting all the candidates and trying them one by one, here it is. And you're just supposed to figure out all these things all of a sudden with basically no clues, and the clue being in not really good English, with all these red herrings. You just have to make a leap of faith that the percentages mean nothing at all. The plus signs and the minus signs mean nothing at all. The symbols mean nothing at all. And you should just focus 100% on the numbers. This would be a very good example of how to not do puzzles. Maybe one simple red herring, maybe. But 16 red herring? I don't know what the hell he was thinking with this. This result is the result of a desperation, because no one ever is gonna arrive to this number on the first try. After hours wasted, we can finally move on. We find an eerie red corridor, and the visuals here are very nice. I really like this. Down to the elevator we go. There's a keypad here. Some guy behind a glass who speaks in Polish, I'm assuming. I don't really know what he's saying. In this room we find the Morse code, but the beeping in the background is obviously SOS. So there's nothing really we can do here. Even though this computer has 3 buttons, it doesn't really do anything. I opened this hatch here, so might as well check it. This safe room has a red zombie. Anyway. And she has a photograph of a generator. What the hell is that sound? Oh. Ew. So yeah, as expected, there's a Morse code puzzle here. Just have to figure this one out. Zero two three 062. Well, it's not the hardest puzzle. Ooh, a guy with the sword running away. And I found an ID card. At least a photograph of someone. I wonder if it's gonna be important. There's a forklift here and you can use it to go to a platform above, but it doesn't really have anything there. This canteen only has very basic supplies. There's a corridor here with the camera, and when we reach the door it just closed on us. Get some more polish from the guy.
Raz. Chyba wszystko jest dobrze. Główny rdzeń został uszkodzony i nie wszystko działa jak należy. Postaram się otworzyć te drzwi. Daj mi chwilę.
I don't know if it's because I used the cloak or the guy just lets us go through, but I managed. We get disinfected here. What? Oh, I guess the guy is already dead. That was fast. So I find the generator. Time to press every button like usual. Yep, looks like the photograph. Opening the valve allows us to go to the generator, and there's nothing really here. And step on the water and your legs get broken, then it's basically you're dead. Because even if you repair them, you can't really get out of the swim animation, so yeah, time to head back. Oh, jeez, what the hell? 3 red zombies and a guy running to me with a sword. Time to escape, and the white ghost is waiting for us there, and I guess we have to go right. And we can trap this guy here, so it's not that hard. Now we can move on. Are the red zombies still there? No. Fantastic. The guy's not here anymore, so I guess he really died. So let's try the code. 023062. And since that didn't work, we just have to cycle to the next number. 230620. Well, that works. Second time. Now we have a very long cutscene for no reason at all. I guess there's an exit on the left and we have to go to the right, but I would assume that because the door is locked anyway. Huh, that's a big ass room. What's this? Computer. What is it? Max Woodger 04A. Login and password. Oh, wrong login, and we have this guy's name Daniel Waziluk and is 08A. That guy is 04A. Those are the levels of secrecy in Deus Ex. First thing I try is login Daniel, password Wodger 08A. And I don't know why I would think that would work. The guy's name is Daniel Waziluk 08A, and that works. So we have two options: Brak-dos-Tepu, whatever it's pronounced, and disable reactor cooling. Of course we press both of them. Okay. Are we blowing up the facility? Oh shit, we have 8 minutes to do something. Guess we have to escape. Can't go to this door. Now the door is open. Long ass corridor. Can we jump this? No, that kills us. Guess we just wait. Oh crap, there's a lot of zombies now. Well, I just repair my legs and I just cheese them. Oh no, they're coming with me. Buckle up, boys. Luckily they get lost, so we move on. And of course that thing hits us and then we die. Can we push one of these crates? Yeah, that works, I guess. Wait for the thing, crouch. We can get out here. Damn, we are very high. There's the white ghost again. There's a conveyor belt to hell there. Can we jump on this? I guess we can. I guess we follow the white ghost and the door is closed. We have 5 minutes to figure out something. And I didn't find anything on the first try, so I guess we try again. The reactor is exploding, we move the crate, very fast, crouch, we get here, and what I missed was this button. Now we can pull this lever, second lever, press this button to raise the bridge, third lever, fourth lever, and fifth lever. And this door opens now. Time to follow the white ghost. There seems to be an elevator. We jump down, there's some medkits, and nothing really happens. So I guess we try the other door, and it's open. And there's a zombie. Press the button and off we go. I guess that's our stop. And we just left in time because hell is coming after us. Whoa, that's very unstable. Avoid this crate. Get into the shuttle, and off we go. Just in time. We get out, the white ghost is running, and it stops next to this hole that has water in it, and if the facility is gonna blow, we better be underwater, right? Is it gonna blow? Oh. Damn. What's the aftermath? A giant hole in the ground and we can climb this ladder. I wonder what's next. And I bet we weren't expecting a carnival. Oh, there's a horde of zombies coming. There's a toilet, which is a safe house. I guess I'll take it. We can play mini golf. There's stuffed animals. There's a Ferris wheel. There's a guy in this construction, which I don't know what's for. I never really found out. Can I go on this door? No. Can you go on the haunted house? No. Apparently we have to give power to the park. What's inside of this? Candy bars. Is that a generator? No. It's a piece of crap. There's a message here, and it talks about two guys and both having keys. So I guess I have to find keys? Not really. It's a red herring. I found the guys here, and there's nothing here at all. Guess they drunk themselves to death. Is this the generator? I guess. I found another one. And a third one. Okay, now there's light in the carnival. And there's music. And there's another horde of zombies. Perfect. And person from the future who might be following this as a guide, do not turn on the two generators before turning on the lights, because that's gonna break the haunted house. First turn on the lights, and then turn on the two generators. Okay, I go into the haunted house, but I lost most of my footage because since the game crashed so often, there's a chance that the recorded video just corrupts itself and just never appears at all. So the haunted house has a lot of doors, and punching one of them triggers a contraption to open the basement. And in the basement you can press a button, so I have to go through a bunch of zombies, get into this manhole, survive of course, do a little wall sliding, and you're on the sewers. Everyone's favorite level. Can I go on this door? No. Is there anything here? Of course there's a medkit here. Why wouldn't there be a medkit here? We are 100% black. He's still running away. Damn, these ghosts in the water are very creepy. Jeez. Well, I found a valve, I turn it, and apparently that does it. One valve, that's all I need. There's now creepy ants coming out of these holes. I like the effect, it's very neat. Now my shadow friend has a crowbar, and that's how I know he means business. So I make a run for it, fall in this hole. There's three possible ways, one is obviously closed, the other one looks like it's a dead end, so I go on the right because it has a light on it. And after a lot of swimming and almost drowning myself, we get out. There's a creepy shadow there on that corner. That's very cool. Oh, there's these things again. Time to make a run for it. More platform. Go up the ladder. Turn on this valve. Turn on that valve. Turn with this valve. Press this button. And does something happen? I guess the water raises. And now we can go up this ladder. And we are out into a big town again. First thing I noticed is this balcony with some wooden planks on the right side. Can we climb this? I guess we can. And we get into the platform. There's a house. Obviously we have to move this. There's some Polish messages on the wall. And also there's a message when you step on the guy. It says, "Poor man, with that hole, couldn't live too long." The message reads, "I'm trapped here. My friend Edward 2 days ago went to the nearly hospital for medicaments, but he was not come back. I worry too he's dead. I can't go, because I have pierced right lung and surely not too long time before I escape from my car. I keep them in my safe. Combination is..." Well, what combination? Is there a safe here? It's kinda dark. Maybe a flare will help? Oh, what is this? I almost missed this key. Guess I must be going blind now. Time to go down. Is there anything on this area? Spoiler alert. No, not really. There's an ambulance here. What the hell? Damn, he fucked up. You okay, man? I guess this is the hospital, but we don't have electricity. And we also need an ID card. And there's a crashed airplane here, which is such a good touch, because it retcons that map where we saw an airplane drop. Remember that? It's crazy. At first I didn't even make the connection. So find out that this key opens this gate, and here we can get this key, which if you touch this door, goes into this apartment. And if you open this cabinet, use the code, open the safe, and there's an ID card. So all we need to find is electricity. There's some bones here. What the hell is that sound? Oh shit, what the hell is that? That's the only time you see that, and it's so creepy. The guy nailed this one. Well, I guess it's time to run away. There's a park there. Anything here? There's a crowbar. But you walk so slowly with this, and it's so far away. It takes so long to get here. Throw that crowbar into the power supply. That's how we fix things, right? And doing that spawns a giant horde of red zombies. So it's time to make a run for it for the hospital. Here we are. Door closed. Window opened. Okay. There's a locked door here and another locked door there, and this door doesn't even do anything. And there's... what the hell is that sound? Of course, it's several zombies beating the crap of another zombie. And of course they want me, so time to make a run for it. I go to the third floor and I see these broken vents, so left or right? Right. Bunch of valves. You know what that means. Press everything. Oh, a key. What's on the left side? Nothing, it's already open. Hello. There's no way I can jump that. Surgery room. There's only supplies here. Now we can open this door. Red zombie. And he just combusts. Hey man, if only you could get out of the way. Can you? Thank you. If we go up the stairs... I found this vent on this corridor. Oh man, you have to climb this. and get into that vent. We get out on the other side, nothing on the elevator. This room gives us some forced perspective. There's a lot of zombies outside, I guess. What do we do on this platform? Too high, but the ramp wobbles. Maybe I can use something to burden it? So I found some vases, and carrying them is a pain in the ass because it's so dark and you can't carry a light while carrying something in your hands. So it's just transporting things upwards to vents while it's very dark. And as you can see, I've done it 4 times. 4 vases. Does it work? Of course not. Why would it? So I'm obviously missing something, and it's that locked door. So what's in here? It's supposed to be a safe house, but I can press these things, these generators, these valves.
Yo, stop posting pictures of charred brisket. That is weird, bruh.
There's some footsteps on the other side of this. Does the water kill us? Not really. What the hell? Guess that's an invisible enemy. I can't turn this. And to turn this, you have to be close to it. Which is great, because the guy never leaves us alone. I mean, it's just a matter of baiting him to the corner where he can see me and just have some peace and quiet and turn this. And what we find? A key. Now time to make our leave. Oh no, it's the guy in the asthma suit. And it just disappears. So the key opens this cell, and there's paper crates here and metal crates, so can we grab the metal crates? Yes, we can. Time to carry this one upstairs through the dark. Does that do anything? No. Am I doing it wrong? Yes. Not enough.
Come on, man. Give me a little break here.
Another crate. Through the darkness. Up the darkness. Does this one do anything? I guess. And now we have a platform. It's kinda silly. I think if I made the crates and made a little platform, I could get the same results. Anyway, time to go to the top of this building. And this looks like the ending. You can probably tell by how close we are to the finish line of this video. So what do we have to do here? Everything is closed. Can't interact with anything. Some sardines here. We are very far up. Oh, there's an SOS sound around here. And there's a gun. Damn. Of course it's a decoy. Why would you use a real gun here?
Sergeant, we can't track your position. Something is blocking the signal. Sierżancie, nie możemy namierzyć waszej pozycji. Coś blokuje sygnał. Odbiór.
I still can't press these towers. Did I miss something? Oh, of course I did. Now this gate is open. I push this lever. Now we can interact with this. And the more we interact with this, the more zombies there are. Even these alien things. Okay, last one.
Alright, we got the signal. We're flying for you. Hold your position.
I guess they're coming for us. Damn, that was loud. This is it, boys. We are about to see the ending of this mod. Feast your eyes upon it, for not many have seen this. There's a guy somewhere who has worked over a decade to make this mod possible, and he crafts this ending for almost no one to see it. Until now, we can all enjoy and see the glorious helicopter attacking all his enemies. And more enemies come after me, as all we can do is just make laps, trying to survive, trying to get out of the way. If we get close to the helicopter, he shoots at the enemies, but there's so many of them. We have no other choice but just to run. And after all this running, it makes us stop on this place here. Maybe we can jump? Is this it? Are we finally gonna do it? Are we finally gonna beat the most cryptic mod out there? Yes! We did it! We did it, boys! We're going home! There's even a giant explosion. All the white ghosts are looking at us. Congratulations, boys, we did it. And I'm not gonna play that music because I don't want my channel to get a strike. Sorry, Lighter, I'm gonna replace that song. And it's time for the credits. Programmer, Lighter. Sounds, Lighter. 3D models, Lighter. Music, Lighter. Level design, Lighter. Textures, Lighter. Kinda reminds me of that meme of Obama giving himself a medal. That's so funny. So much effort. Initially, this project was to be small, one big mansion with traps, etc. But everything has grown. Almost 12 years. Damn. And grown it has. Over a decade to make this mod for almost no one to see it. And what an adventure this has been. I'm sorry it took so long. Thanks for playing. No problem, Lighter. Anytime. Based on the trilogy Penumbra. To be continued. Oh man, I don't want to make another video like this. And it's not over? Oh, none place. Watch your steps. I guess we didn't die. And look at the amount of saves I have. 279 times saved. Seems like the beginning. Kinda, not really. There's guns here, what the hell? There's a rifle, several different guns. There's a room here. Corridor with a bunch of guns. Oh. Well, that's a long fall. Are we going to hell?
Welcome to Hell.
Guess that's hell. So that's it, guys. That's the mod. I hope you enjoyed this journey. This has been my biggest video since I ever opened Vegas. It took me more time to edit this video than play the game. But I think we can all bask in the glory that has been this mod. It has been great. Despite the flaws, despite the crashes, despite the difficult installation, despite the cryptic elements of it, I can appreciate the amount of love that went into this mod. And I'm glad that it's finally out there, for someone else to stumble upon it, and at least there's some guide somewhere that's gonna help it go through with it. Oh, and you're back to the corridors here. I guess he even added a new game plus? Nah, I think I'm done.
Don't you worry, love. It's just